You didn't stumble upon this video by chance. Something deep inside you, a quiet pull, led you here, to this very moment, because God has a message just for you. As an entrepreneur, freelancer, or dreamer chasing your calling in America's fast-paced world, you felt the weight of financial struggles, bills piling up, dreams delayed, that gnawing ache you hide behind a smile. Maybe you've prayed in the dead of night, wondering why the breakthrough hasn't come. You're not alone. God sees the pain you've kept from your loved ones, the doubts you've wrestled with, the hustle that hasn't paid off yet. Today, He's speaking directly to your heart, promising a miracle with your name on it, a financial blessing crafted for you. Open your soul, listen closely, and let faith rise, because this is no accident. Your divine moment is here. You've been carrying a weight, haven't you? As an entrepreneur pouring your heart into a startup, a freelancer juggling gigs to make ends meet, or a content creator chasing a dream in the hustle of American life, you felt the sting of financial struggle. You've prayed in the quiet of your apartment, maybe in a cramped home office or at the kitchen table after the kids are asleep, asking God why the breakthrough hasn't come. You've fasted, maybe skipped a meal or two, not just for spiritual discipline but because the budget was tight. You've waited, staring at your bank account, hoping for a deposit that never arrived. There have been moments when your faith felt like a mountain, unshakable, strong, a beacon of hope. But there have also been nights when doubt crept in, whispering that maybe you're not enough, that the dream you're chasing is too big, or that the promises you've clung to were just wishful thinking. Yet through it all you stayed. You've knelt in prayer, even when your heart was bruised. You've believed, even when the evidence was nowhere to be found. That resilience, that stubborn faith, is why you're here right now, reading these words, because God sees you, and He's not done with your story. This isn't just about money, or the lack of it. It's about something deeper, something that's been gnawing at you, something you haven't even shared with your closest friends or family. Maybe it's the fear that you'll never break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe it's the frustration of watching others succeed while your business stalls, your freelance clients ghost you, or your creative projects don't get the traction you prayed for. You felt like something is blocking your path, like an invisible wall holding back the financial miracle you've been promised. You've sensed it, haven't you? That feeling that no matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you put in, something is keeping you stuck. You've wondered if it's your fault, if you missed a step, made too many mistakes, or didn't pray hard enough. But let me tell you something, right here, right now, this isn't about your failures. God isn't sitting in heaven, tallying your missteps or holding your past against you. He's not a God who teases His children with empty promises or dangles hope just out of reach. The delay, the struggle, the closed doors, they're not because you're not good enough. They're because there's a battle going on, one you can't see, but one that God is fighting for you. There's a reason your harvest hasn't come yet, and it's not because you're unworthy. In the spiritual realm, there are forces working against you, accusations, whispers, and blockages trying to steal what's rightfully yours. Envy from others, maybe even people you thought were in your corner, has cast a shadow over your name. Words spoken against you, whether in gossip or malice, have lingered in the air, trying to dim your light. These aren't just random setbacks. They're deliberate attempts to hold back the financial blessing God has prepared for you. You've felt it, haven't you? That moment when a deal fell through at the last second, or a client backed out, or an opportunity you were counting on vanished. It's not just bad luck. It's a spiritual resistance, a force trying to convince you that prosperity isn't for you, that your name doesn't belong on the list of those who succeed. But God is stepping in today, speaking directly to your heart, saying, enough. He's not a God who makes promises and leaves them unfulfilled. He's not a God who gives you a dream only to let it die. If He said a financial miracle is coming, then it's coming. Period. But here's where it gets deeper. Your struggle isn't just about you. It's tied to something bigger, something that stretches back before you were even born. There are roots in your family line, agreements made in the shadows, choices that weren't yours but have left a mark on your life. Maybe it was an ancestor who chased wealth through deals that weren't honest, or a relative who traded integrity for temporary gain. Those decisions, those alliances made in the dark, have cast a long shadow, creating what feels like an invisible curse. You've sensed it in the way opportunities slip through your fingers, like sand you can't hold on to. You've worked hard, late nights building your business, pitching ideas, creating content, networking, but the results don't match the effort. You plant seeds, but the harvest is always smaller than you expected. It's as if something in the spiritual realm is shouting, they can't prosper. Maybe you've even heard those words in your own mind, echoes of doubt that make you question your worth. But God sees the whole picture. He knows the battles you didn't start, the burdens you didn't choose. And today, He's stepping into the fight, not just for you, but for your entire lineage. This is why you feel like you're running in place, why the bank account doesn't reflect the hours you've put in, why the clients don't call back, or the investors don't bite. It's not because you're not talented or driven. It's because there's a spiritual mark, a shadow that's been trying to steal your harvest. Maybe it started generations ago, with a deal that promised wealth but came at a cost. Maybe it's envy from those who see your potential and want to dim it. Maybe it's a family pattern, debt, loss, or broken dreams that seems to repeat itself no matter how hard you try to break free. But God is bigger than every shadow, every curse, every accusation. He's not just watching from a distance. He's actively rewriting your story. He's clearing the spiritual clutter, breaking the chains that have held back your finances, your dreams, your future. He's saying your name carries a story, not of lack, but of promise. It carries a legacy, not of defeat, but of victory. You've been faithful even when it hurt. You've prayed through tears, fasted through hunger, believed through doubt. You've shown up day after day, even when the world told you to give up. That's not weakness, that's strength. That's the kind of faith that moves heaven. And right now, God is looking at you, His child, and saying, I see you. I've always seen you. The financial miracle with your name on it isn't lost. It's been held back, but not anymore. The resistance in the spiritual realm, those accusations, those envious words, those generational burdens, is being dismantled. God is stepping in as a righteous judge, a loving father, a keeper of promises. He's declaring that what's been locked up will be released, what's been stolen will be restored, what's been delayed will arrive with interest. Your name isn't a mark of shame or failure. It's a banner of honor, sealed by the God who never forgets His own. So, lift your head, entrepreneur, freelancer, dreamer. You're not stuck. You're not forgotten. The struggle you've faced isn't the end of your story. It's the soil where God is planting your miracle. The prayers you've whispered in the dark, the tears you've shed in silence, the faith you've held on to when everything said to let go, God has seen it all. He's counted every moment, every sacrifice, every step you took in trust. And now, He's preparing to shift the atmosphere around you. The financial breakthrough you've been waiting for, the one with your name written on it, is closer than you think. It's not just about money, it's about your destiny, your purpose, your legacy. God is clearing the way, not just for you, but for your family, your business, your dreams. Keep holding on, because the battle isn't yours alone. It's His, and He's already won. You're standing at a turning point, aren't you? As a dreamer, an entrepreneur grinding through late nights, a freelancer piecing together gigs, or a content creator pouring your soul into every post, you've carried the weight of financial struggle for too long. You've prayed over spreadsheets, hoped for that one big break, and held on to promises that seem just out of reach. But today, something shifts. God Himself is stepping into your story, not as a distant observer, but as a loving Father, a righteous judge, a keeper of promises. He's looking at you, yes, you with your doubts, your hustle, your heart, and He's declaring that the financial miracle with your name on it is no longer held back. The heavens are stirring, the chains are breaking, and what's been locked up in the spiritual realm is about to be released into your life. This isn't just a hope, it's a divine proclamation, sealed with the authority of the one who never breaks his word. For too long, you've been told it's your fault. Maybe a voice in your head, or worse, someone in your life, whispered that the doors didn't open because you weren't good enough. Maybe they said the deal fell through because you made too many mistakes, or the breakthrough didn't come because you didn't deserve it. But God isn't like that. He doesn't dangle hope only to snatch it away. He doesn't play games with his children's hearts. If he promised you a financial blessing, it's coming, full stop. There's been resistance, yes. Envy from others, accusations in the spiritual realm, even curses spoken against your name have tried to block your harvest. But today, God is stepping in with holy fire, declaring, enough. He's breaking every barrier, silencing every lie, and clearing the path for what's rightfully yours. That business deal you thought was dead? That client who ghosted you? That dream you shelved because the bank account was empty? God is saying, it's not over. He's moving in the unseen, unraveling the knots, and releasing the miracle that carries your name. Your name matters to God. It's not just a label, it's a story, a legacy, a testimony waiting to be written. You've felt the weight of a tarnished reputation, haven't you? Maybe it's the rejection from investors who didn't see your vision, the clients who overlooked your talent, or the family members who doubted your dreams. Maybe it's the sting of past failures, bankruptcies, bad deals, or missed opportunities that made you feel like your name carries shame. But God is rewriting that narrative. He's opening the book of life, pointing to your name, and declaring before heaven and earth, "This is my child, my beloved, my chosen." He's wiping away the stains, lifting the accusations, and restoring your honor. That financial miracle, the one you've prayed for, cried for, believed for, isn't just money. It's the restoration of your identity, the reclaiming of your purpose, the proof that you are seen and valued by the Creator Himself. Your name isn't tied to lack anymore. It's tied to abundance, to favor, to a future that shines brighter than you ever dared to dream. But this miracle requires something from you. It's not enough to sit back and wait. God moves when faith moves. Right now, as you read these words, something is stirring in the spiritual realm because you've chosen to believe. Your faith is the key that unlocks the heavens. God is calling you to act, not just to hope, but to declare with boldness that you believe the miracle is yours. Like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who's walking the same road of struggle. These aren't just clicks or keystrokes. They're acts of faith, signals to the spiritual world that you're ready to receive what God has prepared. When you testify, when you proclaim, "I believe my financial miracle is coming," you're aligning your heart with heaven's plan. You're telling the enemy he can't steal what's yours anymore. You're stepping into the authority God has given you, claiming the blessing that carries your name. And when you share this message, you're not just helping yourself, you're becoming a bridge for someone else's miracle, a light in their darkness. This isn't just about what you can see with your eyes. There's a battle happening beyond the physical, and God is fighting for you. Angels are moving, assigned to your name, working tirelessly to clear the way. They're touching systems, bank accounts, contracts, job offers that have been stalled. They're bringing to light opportunities you thought were forgotten, that proposal you sent months ago, that project you pitched but never heard back on, that debt you thought would haunt you forever. God is unlocking doors that were slammed shut, erasing records of failure, and breaking curses that have followed you like shadows. Imagine it, a phone call from a client who suddenly remembers your name, an email with a contract you didn't expect, a deposit hitting your account from a source you never imagined. These aren't coincidences, they're the supernatural breaking into the natural, the invisible becoming visible. God is moving in the details, your PayPal notifications, your Venmo requests, your business plans, because He's not just a God of promises, He's a God of provision. You've been through the fire, haven't you? Late nights wondering how you'll pay the rent, moments of doubt when you questioned if your startup would survive, or times when you smiled through the pain so no one would see your struggle. But every tear, every prayer, every moment you chose faith over fear, God saw it all. He's been keeping a record, not of your mistakes, but of your faithfulness. That night you prayed over an empty bank account, He heard you. That day you kept working on your dream even when the numbers didn't add up, He noticed. And now He's acting. The financial miracle with your name on it isn't generic. It's personal, tailored to your story, your needs, your dreams. It's not just about paying off debt or funding your next project. It's about restoring your confidence, your purpose, your legacy. God is saying, I'm not just giving you money, I'm giving you back your honor, your joy, your future. This miracle isn't coming because you earned it, but because God promised it. He's not a God who lies or forgets. He's been preparing you, strengthening you through every trial, so you're ready to carry what's coming. The resistance you've faced, those closed doors, those envious glances, those generational patterns, wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to refine you. Now the ground is ready. Your heart is ready. The angels are moving, touching people, systems, and situations to bring your blessing to life. That investor who passed you over? They might call back. That client who owed you money? They might suddenly pay up. That idea you thought was dead? It might spring to life with new resources. God is aligning everything. People, opportunities, timing. Because when heaven moves, the earth has no choice but to respond. Your financial miracle is on its way, not just to fill your bank account, but to change your story, to lift your family, to rewrite your legacy. So stand firm, keep your faith steady, and get ready, because what God is about to do will be undeniable, unstoppable, and unmistakably yours. You're on the edge of something big, aren't you? As an entrepreneur burning the midnight oil, a freelancer piecing together a living, or a content creator pouring your heart into every project, you've been waiting for that financial breakthrough, the one God promised, the one with your name on it. You've prayed over empty bank accounts, hustled through rejection, and held on to faith when the world told you to quit. Now, the moment is near. God is moving, aligning the heavens to bring your miracle into reality. But this isn't just about money hitting your account. It's about preparing your heart, your mind, and your hands to receive it. This miracle isn't a fleeting windfall. It's a divine shift, a new season that will change your life, your family, your legacy. God is calling you to get ready, to stand firm, and to steward this blessing with wisdom, gratitude, and purpose, because what's coming is bigger than you can imagine. This financial miracle won't just appear in a puff of smoke or a heavenly glow. God works in the supernatural, but He delivers in the natural, through the everyday systems of life you know all too well. Picture this: an email lands in your inbox with a contract you thought was dead. A client who ghosted you months ago sends a PayPal deposit out of the blue. A business deal you'd written off suddenly gets greenlit. These aren't random strokes of luck. They're the fingerprints of God, moving through the ordinary to bring about the extraordinary. Your miracle might show up as a bank transfer, a new client, or an unexpected opportunity to pitch your startup. It could be a forgotten invoice paid with interest, a grant approved for your creative project, or a connection who suddenly remembers your name. God is orchestrating these moments, touching the hearts of people in boardrooms, banks, and offices across America. He's unlocking files, clearing paperwork, and shifting decisions in your favor. What's supernatural in heaven will manifest in your daily reality, through emails, phone calls, and dollar signs that prove God keeps His promises. But receiving this miracle isn't just about opening your hands, it's about preparing your heart. God isn't handing you a blank check to spend recklessly or a windfall to squander. He's entrusting you with a blessing that demands wisdom and discernment. You've been through the fire, nights worrying about rent, days stretching every dollar, moments doubting if your business would survive. Those trials weren't wasted, they were training. God has been shaping you, teaching you resilience, and building your character so you can handle what's coming. When that deposit hits your account, when that deal closes, when that opportunity opens, you'll need to manage it with care. Don't rush to spend it all on the first shiny thing that catches your eye. Don't let success puff you up with pride. God is giving you the wisdom to invest wisely, to pay off debts strategically, to build a foundation that lasts. Maybe it's hiring a mentor to grow your business, setting aside funds for your kids' future, or finally launching that project you've shelved. Whatever it is, God is equipping you to make decisions that don't just solve today's problems but secure tomorrow's dreams. This miracle is personal, tailored to your story, but it's not just for you. God sees the heart behind your hustle, not the chase for luxury, but the desire to provide for your family, to honor those who've supported you, to make a difference. That's why He trusts you with this blessing. But with great blessing comes great responsibility. When the money comes, when the doors open, don't forget where it came from. Pride can creep in, whispering that you did this on your own, that your hard work alone made it happen. But God is the source, the one who moved mountains to bring this to you. Keep your eyes on Him. Let gratitude be your anchor. Every morning, as you check your bank account or sign that contract, pause to say, "Thank you, Lord." That gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a spiritual act that keeps heaven's favor flowing. It's what protects your blessing from being stolen by greed or envy. It's what turns a one-time miracle into a lifetime of provision. God's plan for you isn't just about paying off credit card debt or funding your next project. It's about purpose, about destiny, about leaving a legacy that echoes beyond your lifetime. You're not just an entrepreneur, a freelancer, or a creator. You're a vessel for God's glory. This financial miracle is meant to ripple outward, touching your family, your community, even strangers who need hope. Maybe it's helping a friend who's struggling, funding a scholarship for a young dreamer, or supporting a ministry that lifted you up in your darkest days. God is calling you to be a channel, not a reservoir. Don't hoard the blessing, let it flow. Share your story, tell others how God came through, because your testimony will light the way for someone else. When you give generously, whether it's time, money, or encouragement, you're planting seeds for more miracles. That's the math of God's kingdom. The more you pour out, the more He pours in. You've been shaped in the fire, haven't you? The long nights, the rejections, the moments you smiled through the pain so no one would see your struggle. They've made you stronger, wiser, ready. God knows your heart. He sees that you're not chasing wealth for vanity's sake, but for redemption, for stability, for the chance to give your kids a better future or to honor those who believed in you. That's why this miracle isn't temporary. It's the start of a new season, a legacy that will outlive you. But to step into it, you need to prepare. Organize your finances, update your business plan, pray for discernment to spot traps or bad deals. God is giving you the tools to manage this blessing, to turn a single deposit into a foundation for growth. He's giving you peace to sleep soundly, even when the economy shakes. He's giving you clarity to see through distractions and courage to take bold steps. This isn't just about money, it's about stepping into the fullness of who God created you to be. So, get ready. Dust off those dreams you shelved, those plans you thought were impossible. Update your portfolio, polish your pitch, clear space in your life for what's coming. God is moving in the unseen, sending angels to shift circumstances in your favor. That overdue payment? It's being processed. That opportunity you thought was lost? It's being revived. That person who owed you? They're feeling the nudge to make things right. These aren't just hopes, they're promises backed by the God who never fails. But He's asking you to do your part. Stay faithful. Keep praying. Keep believing even when the wait feels long. When the blessing arrives, don't lose sight of the one who sent it. Build altars of gratitude with every dollar, every deal, every step forward. Share your story with others. On social media, at church, over coffee with a friend, because your testimony will spark faith in someone else's heart. This miracle, with your name on it, is coming. It's not just about your bank account, it's about your destiny, your purpose, your legacy. God is preparing you to receive it, to manage it, to multiply it, for His glory and your good. Your journey hasn't been easy, has it? As an entrepreneur, freelancer, or creator chasing dreams in the hustle of American life, you faced nights when the weight of unpaid bills and unanswered prayers felt crushing. But God has seen every tear, heard every whispered plea, and counted every step you took in faith. This financial miracle, the one with your name etched on it, isn't just about money. It's about rewriting your story, lifting your family, and leaving a legacy of hope. Your struggles, your resilience, your unwavering belief, they've all been building to this moment. God is turning your pain into provision, your shame into honor, your closed doors into open highways. He's been with you, guiding you through every setback, and now He's declaring that your season of lack is over. Your name, once burdened by doubt, will now be a testimony of His faithfulness. Don't let go now. Declare your faith boldly, hit that like button, comment, "I receive my miracle," and share this video with someone who needs hope. Subscribe to your channel name for more messages that ignite faith and inspire breakthroughs. Your story is becoming a beacon, not just for you, but for your kids, your community, and generations to come. God's promise is sure, and your miracle is on its way. Claim it today.